there's a thing called My Learning Exchange, where I'll teach maybe English for half an hour, and someone will help me with my French or German for half an hour. And I have, for a while I had a study partner in Algeria. Okay, just no, he wanted to learn English and he spoke German because a lot of them go there. So just no, it didn't just schedules and every other thing. But I'm thinking to myself, here I am. Yeah, I'm a rabbi. Fine, it's like. You speak good English? I said, I speak excellent English. So, but I thought to myself, the thing today is that, and as I've gone on with this, I mean, I've had pen pals and language partners in Algeria, Korea, Cuba, all over the place. Just go to mylearningexchange.com and say you want to learn a language, and you can be in conversation with anybody across the world, any language you want to learn. So I'm just affirming that now with Facebook and everything else, the world has suddenly become so small and we're in instant communication. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Facebook is, let's see, last couple comments over here. Sal, good. Then Cynthia.
I saw comments somewhere in the news that Israel is missing an opportunity to, aid and abet authoritarian democracy.
Yeah, Israel's a few steps behind Obama. I mean, remember, President Obama was being very tentative. I'm not sure. And every time something happened, the next moment he was in favor of it. And that's diplomacy. I mean, he didn't want to alienate Mubarak just in case Mubarak stayed in power. So I think, whatever fear Obama had, Israelis just exponentially have greater fear. So it would be probably smart for, and by the way, the Israeli press, I mean, if you look at Haaretz and other places, they're completely behind this. They say, on one hand, yeah, we're Israelis and we're afraid. On the other hand, we're human beings and human rights is being expanded. Let's give this our wholehearted support and see what happens. So the Israeli government, like our government, was being very tentative, being very cautious, very even-handed, and preparing for any future. The job of government is not to tell the truth in a way. The job of government is to look out for the interests of the government. And our government had to, to walk the line between what if Mubarak stays in power, what if he doesn't stay in power. But then if you look at the press, the Israeli press in general is very excited and very much in favor of this, meaning they're on the hope side of the spectrum. Cynthia and David out, and then we'll continue the discussion outside. Yeah, this is. I mean, the convergence of things. I think, first of all, having a stumbling but functioning Arab democracy in Iraq, I think, which in many ways we don't know this here, but it's become the envy. Shame that the Americans had to do it, and gratitude that the Americans did it. That a strong man got knocked off, and democratic self-rule is possible for Arabs without a strong man. We can't overestimate what that has meant. And then the collapse of the boundaries with Facebook and Google. One thing that the Europeans did was great. When they shut the internet down, the Europeans said, use our internet, phone in for free. Now, there's an example of the collusion between what I'll call the corporate and the national, meaning corporations saying call in for free, and it changed things. So you're exactly right. This has been a magic confluence of so many different forces, but mainly the agency of individual human beings. So the stage was set, but it took some very courageous human beings who were not yelling hu akbar, they were yelling human rights, which means the Reformation may have begun. The Reformation / Enlightenment may have begun. When that becomes, you might say, one's core faith is whatever else God wants human rights.